Hello again, Michael Friedberg here from beautiful North Carolina, and today I have two and a half products for review. The first is going to be a soap that was sent to me for review. It comes from Summer Break Soaps. This is a brand new vendor on the market in the US. They are making shaving soaps, bath soaps, as well as aftershaves. I'll be using the soap and the aftershave today. As you can see, I've already scooped some of this out for the shave for this week. This is one of these hardish soft soaps, or a soft-ish hard soap. It is a tallow-based soap. Let me just read off some of the ingredients there so you know what's in there. It is beef tallow. It does include shea butter and cocoa butter, as well as grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, castor oil, jojoba oil, glycerin, and a touch of bentonite clay. So if you're a clay purist, this obviously would fall out of the picture for you, but that would be unfortunate because really quite a nice soap. The scent is teacher's pet. They sort of all follow a kind of a school or teacher related theme. And teacher's pet is a sweet apple scent. It is based on the Macintosh apple. It is not a cloyingly sweet, not an overly sweet scent. It just has a sweet, crisp apple scent to it. It also includes, I believe, some orange zest, some white musk, a touch of brown sugar, and I think the base is meant to be patchouli. Or it is patchouli, but I don't really get a lot of patchouli out of it. What I get is a very nice, crisp apple scent to it, kind of a nice, clean, pure scent with a touch of citrus underneath. Just a very nicely done mix. It is, I think there's been a bit of nervousness about how sweet this scent is, and I don't find this to be an overly sweet or cloyingly sweet scent at all. A nice, crisp, sweet apple scent. I will have it pressed, as always, into the Captain's Choice loading bowl. You'll see that'll be plenty for today's shave. The razor for today is even older than last week's. This, I believe, is a 1912 Gem Junior. It's another single edge. I tried to make it all week with the same blade from last week. That was kind of a big mistake on my part. These are the Treat Carbon blades, not the Gem PTFE blades. These are definitely lower quality. I know that they're sort of on the lower end. It's not helped with the shaves in many ways in this week. They've been a little bit rough. But again, a very simple razor design. You can see this similar to the Everready, this kind of open comb-ish style. This works in the same way. I'm just going to flip this up, and you just are going to place the blade inside there. I have a brand new blade to use for today. I don't know if you'll be able to catch this, but there are two small slots right here at either end. And so what I'll do is I'll just position the blade inside. Let me just do this before I show it to you. There we go. So it goes up and in, and then you just sort of let the blade descend, and it'll be caught by those two tabs at the end. And once it's been caught, you just snap it shut, and it is completely locked into place. Hexagonal handle, short, a little bit thin, not nearly as decorated as the Everready, and a very kind of large, what looks like a clunky head shape, but in fact works pretty well. All right, let me get my face wet and we'll start lathering up the soap. Today's brush was picked at random. I just sort of grabbed something off the shelf. It is the APShave Works, the faux horsehair again from Jason Rudman. Just a beautiful, soft, very soft hips. Not too much backbone, but not floppy. Now, for the soap all week, I've tried a couple of different ways, but I definitely like going with a bit of a drier brush and then adding water as you begin to build the lather. If you start off too wet, at least in the bowl, you get what looks like an overly sudsy lather, but that's obviously quickly remedied. Just keep loading without adding any more water. Yeah, for a first offering, this is yet again another kind of a freshman attempt, if you'll pardon the pun. But once again, a very, very nicely done, new soap on the market. People are definitely learning what it takes to produce a soap. Some of those early attempts by some previous vendors, obviously you're just learning along with other people about how to actually make a good shaving soap. In this case, I like the idea of going with the tallow, including the other butters in there. I'm going to just keep adding a little bit of water, and by adding water, that's all that I'm adding, just a drip or two. And you can sort of see and hear already what's starting to happen and getting a very nice, thick, dense kind of proto lather. As always on these Sunday shaves, I'm going to load a little bit heavy. One more. There we go. And what I'll do is I'll scoop out the remaining lather from the bowl, put that onto the brush before I start lathering. There we go. That looks like plenty. Just put the brush down for a second. Let me just pull out what's in there, and you can sort of see. You can see how dense and creamy that already is. So let me just add that to the top of the brush there. Hopefully this doesn't immediately fall into the sink when I start. Let me just wet my face again. No, depending on how this goes today, this may be a 2-pass shave. I'm just trying to give my skin a bit of a break because shaves this week, based in part on the level of irritation in my skin, have been a little bit rough. So we'll see how it goes. If by the second pass I feel like, yep, time to move on, then we'll just stop there. I think what I'll do for the next week, and maybe the week after that as well, is go back to at least a couple razors that are a little more gentle in some ways and a bit more familiar. I think the real issue here is that the quality of the blade combined with the fact that my skin is definitely a little bit irritated, not helping matters. All right, as you can see, this soap lathers very, very quickly and very easily. That already has a very nice kind of even, slick, creamy look to it, but it's definitely still too dry. So I'm just going to drip some water onto the brush again, as always, and just work that in and then keep building the lather. Yeah, you can see up here, for example, what's happening. That is building a very nice protective layer. Little sticky still. So let's add a bit more water. And you can hopefully hear a difference. Just becomes a bit more silent as you move the brush through it. Yeah, that looks better. Beautiful. All right, here we go. First pass with the grain, with the Gem Junior. Pretty nice, but 100% hampered by the blade. If you enjoyed the sound of the shave last week, I think you'll enjoy this one as well. I'm trying to hold it a little flatter, but you don't want to hold it too flat, because actually if all of that surface is touching your skin as you shave, it actually makes for quite a difficult shave, in my opinion. Very just tuggy and just not smooth at all. First 2 or 3 uses of these blades are fine. When that, after that, just a very rapid descent. Soap is a big help here too, because it is very nice and slick. The scent is distinct but not strong. This isn't like an overpowering, like overly sweet apple scent to me. It's a little bit in the background. Yeah, I'm always kind of a sucker for a really well done food scent. Very nice. Very, very nice performance on that soap. Good slickness. Creamy and a little bit fatty without being kind of overly sort of greasy or too heavy. All right, I'm just going to pull some of the soap from around the base of the brush, and you can get a good feel, get a look at that, and see that's a very nice, shiny, sleek lather. All right, this will be the across the grain. Depending how my skin feels after that second pass, may go for a third. We'll see. Yeah, if you live someplace where you're able to also buy some of these, I hate to say artisan apples, you know, sort of they're beginning to recover and sell again a variety, you know, a host of apples, a variety of apples that had seemed to be lost. And you think about something like the Honey Crisp or the Piñata or the Lady Alice, or Lady Alice and Pink Lady. Apples like those. Just, yeah, beautiful fruit. Macintosh is not my favorite apple in the world, but does smell very good. Okay, pass number 2, this will be across the grain. Yeah, nice slick soap. Really, really well done for a first product to market. That's always a good example, just a good slick soap, easy, sort of friction free. Scheme of things, for a 100-plus-year-old razor, still very nice. The handle for me is a little bit thin, and well, it is short. It sort of has the same issues as the Ever Ready. And the head looks big and clunky, but generally speaking, easy to maneuver. Obviously no overhang to worry about. Yeah, I am very happy with that. I'm going to keep going. We'll do a quick third pass. Rinsing the soap definitely leaves a nice thin protective layer behind. Okay, let's see if there's enough soap in there. Before I do that though, I'm gonna have to dry off my hand, otherwise it's just gonna be a torrent of water. I think there will be enough in the brush for a quick third pass. Let's just pull whatever remains out of the brush. There's some in there. Let's see how that goes. If I need to, I can always obviously re-lather, but this will just be like a kind of a quick touch-up pass. Yeah, and for those of you that feel like, you know, you just have to chase the BBS every time and just push it and push it and push it, well, you know what? It really often doesn't pay. Like, I'm sort of going through the same thing right now, trying to eke out another shave or two on that original blade was 100% a big mistake. All right, this is the against the grain. Yeah, very, very nice slickness on this soap. Not really a big fan of how this razor feels against the grain under my chin here, so not going to push it there. There we go. Almost done. All right, we're going to call it quits right there and just give my skin a bit of a rest. All right, let's go ahead and rinse off. Overall, still, generally speaking, a very nice close shave. Not perfect by any stretch, but really very, very nice. So definitely slick when being rinsed. A little bit hard to get off. One more. Yeah, and they're definitely still a very nice slick layer. Now post shave on the soap, I'm just going to towel off. I think in part because of the additional butters, post shave is really very nice. Very nice slick. Supple skin. Yeah, no heat, no real tightness, no tugginess. Yeah, very, very happy with that. It's also a good example of just, you know, learning when to say it's time to stop, you know, not pushing it just that one extra bit. Oh, that fresh blade made all the difference. Okay, now they also offer an aftershave, which is an alcohol and witch hazel based aftershave. The scent is identical to the soap, so it has a nice kind of light, crisp apple scent to it. The scent does not last very long. It is not a very strongly scented aftershave. As I said, it is a mix of alcohol and witch hazel. Just putting in a bit in because the skin already feels very, very good post shave. Slight tingle at the bottom of my neck, which I've had every day. Very quick dry down on the aftershave. To me, I think actually you get a bit more of the orange zest in the aftershave scent than you do the sweet apple. I've had a touch of just maybe 30 seconds of a bit of hot face, but I have a sneaking suspicion that is there may be something with the fragrance, but that is also very short-lived. And also, based on the status of my skin, I think generally speaking, alcohol-based aftershave right now would probably not be my first choice, but I really wanted to stick with the pairing. There you have it, the teacher's pet aftershave. So, well, let's just see how we did there. You know, for a shaver, kind of took it easy and passed number 3. That ended up pretty nice. 2 days of growth gone, post-shave feel in that soap. Very nice. It's a soap where I think in many cases you might be able to skip the aftershave if you feel like you really like the way your skin feels after that. I could see it. Okay, that's it. We're going to stop right there. Let's just go and do a quick pass over all the products that we've used today. In fact, I'm going to start with the razor. Today, the Gem Junior short-handled, 6-sided handle, not a heavy razor. Balance is pretty good, very easy to install the blade. You basically just flip the cap open, slide the blade in, it will get caught. I hope you can see that by the two posts at the end here, one here and one here. Holds the blade in place, snap it shut, blade does not move. These blades are thicker and more rigid, so obviously there's no blade shatter, there's no flexing of the blade. Very, very simple to use. Finding the angle with these, I find, is pretty simple. If you go too far one way or too far the other way, it just doesn't really shave. Get the better blades. Those treat carbon steel ones work, but they don't seem to last at all, and then once they become dull, it's rather a painful rather a painful shave. So, new blades, very nice razor, and thank you once again to the person who loaned it to me. There's another razor coming, maybe next week, maybe the week after, but I think we'll go back to something a little bit more well-known, well-worn, shall we say. Okay, soap and aftershave. Teacher's Pet from Summer Break Soaps. As I said at the beginning of the video, a tallow-based soap. It includes shea butter, cocoa butter, bentonite oil, or bentonite clay, jojoba oil. As a initial release from a new vendor, very impressed with the soap. Easy to lather, very slick, easy to work with. I think the scent is just a very nice, simple, spot-on, crisp apple scent. Really quite like it. They have a few others, but this is the one I was interested in trying. Post-shave on the soap was also very, very good. You know, just a really nice, easy, creamy, beautiful soap. Just, you know what, A+, well done. Summer Break. This is the Teacher's Pet Aftershave, which you literally just saw me use, alcohol and witch hazel based. You know, compared to the soap, I think this is definitely second fiddle in some ways. The soap is very, very good. This feels to me a bit more middle of the road. It seems like, well, just kind of another aftershave. I look forward to seeing what they're going to do with this to kind of jump this up a little bit. The brush, the APShave Works, the faux horsehair. This is a gift from Jason Rudman. A very, very nice, easy to use brush. Soft, a little flexible, not a lot of backbone, splays easily, but I've had no issue using this with really any of the soaps that I've had, you know, in the den so far. Oh, you know what? Let's not leave this guy out of the show. One last view of the Captain's Choice loading bowl. You know, it's funny. When I first got this, I really didn't expect to use this much after the first time because I don't bowl lather. But the fact is, this has been the perfect thing to be able to use a soap for a week, put enough soap in there for the week to be easy to load the brush. There's no clanking really, and it turned out fantastic. I'm really glad that they sent that for review. Well, my friends, I think that's it. We're going to call it quits for today. Not bad for a shave. I thought was going to be kind of meh based on my experience with those blades the last couple days. We're going to call it quits right there. Thank you once again so much for watching. I really appreciate the time you're taking to watch these. As always, please feel free to leave comments or questions against this video or any previous video. And until next time, goodbye.